everyone, I am Mary. I feel like it's been ages since I filmed a video, but I've been reading, so I feel pretty good. Today I'm doing a book review, and the book is 1984 by George Orwell. I've debated with myself whether or not to post a review for this book, just because, what's this? Whatever. Just because, you know, it is a classic, and it has been reviewed countless times. So I thought maybe I don't have anything really new to add. But you know, it doesn't matter because there will be always people that have not read this book and that might find this review interesting. And also I really wanted to share my thoughts with you guys because I just loved this book so much. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads and it was just amazing. I've read Animal Farm earlier this year, and I mean, I can officially say that I really love George Orwell and I love his writing style. It's very simple, very effective, and I really need to pick up like the rest of his work. So this book was published in 1949 and it is the last book that he published before he died. I think I liked it even more than Animal Farm just because I think this goes maybe more in depth as to what are George Orwell's thoughts. Because you can find a lot of recurrent themes that he already approached in Animal Farm. I won't tell you too much about the plot because I'm sure you all know more or less what this book is about. This is set in a dystopian future, which is supposedly 1984, and the world is divided in 3 main nations that are constantly at war with each other, and society is strictly controlled and divided into classes. Everybody is constantly being watched, even at their own house. They have telescreens, which are like TV screens, but they can watch what's happening outside, but still they can be watched through those telescreens. Not only people's actions are controlled, but even their thoughts. So they're trained to think in a specific way, which is the Big Brother's way. Big Brother is basically this authority which represents the people that are in power. The past is constantly being changed to fit Big Brother's agenda or the party's agenda. So what's more convenient, it's true. We follow our main protagonist, Winston Smith, who works for the Ministry of Truth, which is an organization that specifically deals with correcting old information to fit the present needs of the party. It's not like he doesn't know what he's doing, but he has been raised to just accept without questioning anything. He starts to question some things. And that's how basically the story develops. Again here, as it was in Animal Farm, we have this powerful message, which is that knowledge is important and ignorant people are easily manipulated. And they're not even animals here. If you don't know what's really happening or what has been happening, that's a thing that I also really liked about this, how important is memory and the past, to remember things and to remember people and to remember events. I think it's beautiful how Orwell just stresses on the fact that the written word is important. The fact that Winston starts expressing his thoughts by writing a diary. That's just great. How powerful it is to write and to read. Who's in charge is making sure that everybody stays just ignorant, and also they have to be in a state of fear. That's why there is constant war. Hatred is actually encouraged, and it is not directed at something specific, but it can be easily turned. And yet the rage that one felt was an abstract, undirected emotion which could be switched from one object to another like the flame of a glow lamp. And that's just what hate basically is, how you hate what you don't know. That's just something to think about, how we end up hating and being aggressive towards things that we really don't understand. How acceptance and just knowledge makes you a better person, makes you empathize with other people. The concept of doublethink is just very scary. Basically, you start believing your own lies, and that actually happens. It's not fictional, it's not, you know, in the future, it's there. You convince yourself that something is true even though you know that it is not true. And then as time goes by, you really forget if that thing was actually true, or you just believed it to be true. That's just very scary. This novel in general was terrifying, and I was completely hooked. Some people were saying that like the first half of the book was better than the last half of the book, and I personally didn't think it was true. And it was just, the whole book was engaging, the story was engaging, and it's a slow burn, so it's not like there are plot twists or something like that. You basically know what's coming, but you still want to know more. Also, I know that the characters can be found a bit flat, but I didn't feel this way towards them. I just thought, if you take a man, for example, from the 40s and you magically transport him in the future, then he would feel and think in a way. But Winston is not from the 40s. He is a man from the future. He's the son of this kind of society. So he doesn't react or feel as we would feel, or as a man from the 40s would feel, just because he's not that man. His emotions are like drier than the emotions of a man who lived in the 40s, for example. So I just think it fit with the story, and I just enjoyed it so much. I could not recommend this book enough. That was it for today. As always, let me know in the comments down below if you read this book or if you're planning to read this book. I would love to hear your thoughts. So see you soon. Bye!